You can see me now, yeah? Yay! um, Playing around with StreamYard, and normally don't use StreamYard. Any other lives that I've done, I've just kind of popped up on YouTube and did it. But I figured I would try something different and maybe be able to have friends come up. So, yay. And Sam, thank you for helping me. I don't know what happened. I enabled it, I disabled it, and re enabled it 3 times. Like the third time's a charm, I guess, for real, because it seemed to have worked. Now I'm stressed out. Ah, but I did it. I got it to work. Um, it shows nobody's here. That's so nice. I don't know when you started to not count. It said it had 2 before, but that's okay. Whatever. Um, so how exciting. I mean, I don't know how like really excited I feel necessarily, but I'll put that in there and see. I got this. I can send the link out. Yay. Slow. We'll learn. Yay. The world is my oyster. You are correct. Um, yeah, no, just today was a long day. I had bowling this morning, and then I actually went to lunch with the ladies afterwards. And I brought hubby something home to eat because he wasn't feeling well today. Um, Ran a couple errands, and I recorded my 150 subscriber giveaway video. I was having trouble with Dropbox getting it to come on to the PC or laptop, whatever. And right as I tried to come live, it said that, oh, there it is. I mean, I had been waiting, well, to run the errands and stuff. I think it took us like 45 minutes. So 45 minutes from it to like get from the cloud of my phone to the cloud of the computer. I don't know. But yeah. Thank you, Sam, for coming. It means a lot considering the time change. And Chris, thank you for being here. Yeah, I don't know what he has going on, but tomorrow we have to drive into right by Chicago pretty much for my round 4 of Botox injections. Not cosmetic. I have wrinkles, see them. But for the post concussion syndrome and the occipital neuralgia. So I don't get that weird streaming line of like bugs or whatever that makes me want to scratch off all of like my head and one part of my head. Oh, this stuff is horrible. I don't know. Um, so I have a busy morning and day, and that's 50 miles. It's a 100-mile trip, round trip. It's 50 miles one way to see this one neurologist that has actually tried to help me. I did have the nerve block done twice. One time it worked and one time it did not. So we decided to try the Botox and hope for better results, which the not having that weird buggy sensation on the side of my head is worth the pain that I go through on the trip there and back. It's really worth it. So it's made my life a lot better and made me able to do more things. So we always hope that that continues, and then the best result should be after this last one, and then it'll just continue on, and hopefully I'll get a little bit better. Hi, Aisha. Oh my gosh. And now it's gonna drive me crazy. Becoming me. I know you can't type because you say that you're driving and listening. Thank you for the hug, Sam. I can't remember. Why can't I remember your name? See, these are the memory problems and issues that I have, and then I feel like such a. I don't know if I made this for 18 or older or not, and it just makes me feel like a big asshole when I can't remember somebody's name. I'm just gonna put it out there and say it. It makes me feel that way if I'm on somebody else's live. It makes me feel that way, you know, all the time. And my memory, iffy. Some days it'll be really good and I'll have no problem at all. Some days it is like today, very slow and puts around. And, you know, but it is what it is. I can't do much about it. I've come to the terms of that, unfortunately. Those are like at 41 years old, having memory problems and being 38 when the car accident happened. It's taken a lot of work to accept that I have memory issues. I have cognitive difficulties. I have deficits where I used to not have deficits at all. It's created a big hurdle to overcome, but I've accepted it and moved forward. But I also talk about it because I feel, since I suffer from so many uh, invisible illnesses, that I wanted to actually, talk about that and not make it where uh, it's something. Hi, Amy. Um, Something to be ashamed of. Like, I don't think anybody should be ashamed of any illness, deficit, disability, or anything. You should never be ashamed of anything that you are or that has become a part of your life. But yeah, invisible illnesses are a big thing to me because I totally get it all the time. like there's nothing wrong with me. Before, when it was, just my body and everything, um, I didn't mind as much. I could push through that. Now that it's my memory and other, deficits along with that, it's like, um, I'm really more of an advocate because so many people keep their stuff hidden a lot. So, Sam, yes, I have thought about doing moderators. Problem is, guess who doesn't know how to do that? Me. I don't know how to make somebody a moderator. I haven't done it. I know how I can put somebody in, like, I can block somebody, or put somebody in a timeout, or bring it up here on the screen. I don't know how to actually make a moderator. I'm so horrible with, sometimes I do a lot of research, and then sometimes um I don't do a lot of research and I fiddle around with something and I just say, what, forget it, I'm going to go live. You just click on the three dots beside their name and right click to make a mod. In StreamYard, that works because okay, my friend Carol just did a post about invisible illness on Facebook. And I was just reading it before I came. It's really weird, isn't it, Chris? How things kind of come on and happen and do that. Yes, if you hover your mouse over the comment here in the chat on YouTube side. Mom and StreamYard, that's not fair. Nah. Oh, that sucks. Now, see, yeah, I will. Hi, Jen. Yeah, I'll go back through and I'll have to add some mods for the other lives that I did were YouTube, and then I decided to play around with StreamYard, and guess what? Oh, Sam. See, that's why I'm glad you don't sleep. I know you do sleep, but man, Sam, I tell you. I bet you my phone won't even show that I'm live. Oh, look, it's the first thing. Okay. Oh, look, it's the first thing. How exciting is that? The first thing YouTube showed me was me. You might be interested in this. Okay. So, sorry about the quiet. I do talk a lot, anyways. I'm trying not to talk fast. So, you know, I don't know who wants to be a mod. Who likes being a mod? I've made. Hi, Dark Sky. How are you today, sweetie? And get trolls in there, really, because you are low subscribers. No, yeah, for real, cat. I mean, It's always good. I always try and help those that help you, support those that support you. It's a big thing um, with my husband's clothing brand and everything that I try and do. I always try and like I love all you guys and I want to support all of you. And you know, yeah, right, Amy. But I do know that now that they've changed it a little bit, that you can add some people without worrying about them going and changing and deleting um, your videos or messing with anything um, like that. You know, there there's certain people, I trust. I don't mind. I don't, I'd like everybody to feel like they're a friend, that they're family. Um, you see so many people on the YouTube streets, but you don't get necessarily a face to the name. Hopefully, maybe as I go on and I can get people that are shy and don't come up at all or very much. Maybe I'll be able to get some people um, to work their way in front of the camera because I'm open to that. Yeah, I'm so bossy, but I tend to not be when I'm on somebody else's channel or geez Louise. My coordination day's been bad. I didn't get my average once today at bowling. I was 10 pins or more under my average all three games. I was so pissed. So pissed. I'm very competitive, especially when it comes to bowling, since that's the one sport that I can still play. And I just started doing that a little bit over a year ago, I think. Hi, Liz. Um, so we took 6 out of 8 possible points. We took 2 of the games in series. So our team bowled good, but it was not because I bowled good, because I did not bowl good today. It was a very bad day. And then I was thinking, and I went to lunch with these ladies. These ladies are all um, like my mom's age. Well, one, two of the ones are like 10 years, 15 years older than me or whatever. Um, Other than that, they're like my mom's age and stuff. So, um, Liz, you're dizzy and you want to throw up? No. Liz, I didn't realize it was that bad. Like you said it was that bad, but you didn't say that you were dizzy and that you wanted to throw up. That makes me so sad. Hi, Dory. Dory did it. Yeah, no, Liz has to feel better. Um, yeah, so I was out to lunch with these ladies. Not everybody went, or there was like 10 of us, I think, that went. I just counted in my head, so I know that it was 10 of us that went. Um, and everybody started talking about health, and then I just kind of sit there quietly. And pretty much everybody knows that I have fibromyalgia and that I have pain issues, and that my body isn't very kind to me. Um, and and they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing, nothing's wrong." And they're like, "We just got really quiet." And I'm like, "Well, think about it. Like, I have a list very long of all these things that are wrong with me. And, you would think that I'm 70, 80, 90 years old. I shouldn't have all these things wrong with me. And I didn't want to be trying to explain everything to everybody who didn't already know a little bit about my situation. So I was just like, well, I have fibromyalgia, and then, I have everything that goes along with that. Falls under that umbrella over here. And then I have, from the car accident, I have the post concussion syndrome, and I have the um occipital neuralgia. And so I just have a lot of stuff, and I've had a lot of stuff over the years, and things they couldn't figure out, and nobody knew what was going on or whatever. But I'm not trying to sit there and like be like people, they have. It's not like, yeah, I caught a fish and it was this big, and like the next person's like, I caught a fish and it was this big. I kind of feel like sometimes when people get to telling um medical stuff, they either give it all up or they don't. And so, Amy, you kept that a secret forever. And you didn't really have a choice on telling people because someone you trusted was telling others. Yeah, I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Hi, Rita. Um, but you're here today, and I'm happy for that. Um, yeah, I'm glad that I don't have anybody in my life. My mother, um, she really doesn't tell people, or she just says, Crystal, she's sick. She doesn't try and explain it. She doesn't understand everything even about it. So can't explain to people that don't experience it because they can't relate or have misconceptions. Can't tell people that do. Then it's almost competent. I feel like I did feel that way, Chris. Um, you know, on a halfway decent day like today, I would not wish everything that is wrong with me on the worst person I know or my worst enemy ever. I would never ask somebody to walk a mile in my shoes. I don't think that anybody deserves to have to go through what I go through daily. And that's on a halfway decent day like today. The weather here is cloudy, real windy, rainy, around 42 degrees, it says on the computer. Um, so that's not a good day for my head pain, and it's definitely not a good day for my body. So I don't know. It's really weird. I feel like I come on lives and then like I talk about serious or deep or medical or not so happy stuff. Like I don't know if everybody is okay with that, or like if people, don't want to see this kind of discussion. I guess, you know, people don't have to be here if they don't want to hear about it, I guess. I mean, thank you, Amy. I wish my mother tells me all the time that she wishes there was something that she could do to help me. And I just say, continue to pray because she prays about it a lot. And, I'm here for a reason. I'm supposed to be here for a reason. So I'm thinking, well, X is in a wheelchair, he is tired and does work, etc. Yes, but is he in pain? Makes a big difference. Yeah. Well, thank you, Sam. Yeah, I know, but like for whatever reason in my life, I've always been one of those people that wants to please people, and I always want to be happy, and sometimes like I'm a people pleaser, I guess, but then at the same time I really don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, there goes my language. You know, that's why I had the "this is me" part on my YouTube channel, to explain who I am, what all I have going on with me, you know, why you may see me come or go, why I may be absent at certain things, just the regular kind of everyday thing. The way, like, I don't mind giving anybody an inside, um, hi, um, sorry, trying to remember a name. I bring it every day. Is it Kelly or is it Carrie? Hi, Sunita. Hi, Tink. You know, I'm as being a people pleaser, like I want everybody to be happy. I don't ever want anybody to be mad or upset or whatever. And I like to entertain people. Well, I dropped my phone into the little tray there. Um, so you know, oh, hi, honey. You didn't? Did you come in just to give me a thumbs up? Everybody, my husband's in the house. Yay! Not only in the house, but actually in the chat. You're so goofy. Thank you, honey. Yes, Josh H is my husband, everybody. So he can hear me. He's in the living room. He can hear me. I don't know. He must have been like, oh, okay, she really did go live. I did. I did go live. I did it, honey. I went live. Aren't you so happy? It's probably not because I'm in here and he's out there. But yeah, Cat, it is very sweet of him. He's a sweetheart. He puts up with a lot. He puts up with a lot. Lulu. Well, thank you for coming to my live. I'm just kind of blabbering on about, how I'm feeling, how my days went so far. I'm sad my friend is sick and she's having a worse day than she deserves. But, you know, such is life with fibro. I mean, and it makes you, it's on the borderline of autoimmune conditions also. So it really does make a difference when it comes to getting overwhelmed. And so when you get overwhelmed and you're doing a little bit too much, your fibro will push back, and it will push back like 10 times harder than you think it should. So you'll be doing good and you'll be like, you know what? I'm pushing myself. It's like when you go to exercise, you don't automatically start off running and doing hurdles. That's not how it works. Like you start running, you learn to run, you learn to get your knees up, you learn to hop as you're running. There's a whole thing that you have to learn before you can jump over a hurdle. But so it's just pain is something that everybody experiences a little differently. But I can't remember a day now that I have not been without pain at all. Now, to me, that's sad. I don't want to be drugged up and be a zombie. I mean, that's another option or choice that I could go for and just be a zombie and be a zombie and walk through life as a zombie. But that's definitely not what I'm looking for to do. Um, oh boy, is my husband still here? I hope not. So you need to enjoy your food. Eat it nice and slow. I hope Josh is. Oh no, that's horrible. It is rare in men, but it runs in families. So, you know, and I am out of I had to quarter my medicine because I had some bad pain days earlier in the month, and they won't give me my script for my medicine until tomorrow morning. Um it is a controlled substance, so I understand that and whatever, but it's like really in the 8 hours or however many hours I'm gonna get to sleep tomorrow or tonight. What am I gonna do with that med that you have to restrict? I don't know. Whatever. That's all because of the opioid crisis, everybody. It's an opioid crisis. And they blame the wrong people. The drugs are out there. Yes, a few bad apples ruined it for people in pain. You're right. Sponsorship? Come on for it, Dr. Pepper. I'm ready to get a 10 2 and 4 tattoo from the old school adverts, advertisements, advertisements. I'm ready for it. So, if you're looking for a sponsor, I mean, you could pay for me to get real skinny so that way nobody thinks Dr. Pepper makes you fat. Um, yeah, a lot of people get punished for stupidity. Regina, it's crazy. Um, that's okay, Lulu. Never apologize. You're never late. You're never. I'll hide it, Sunita. I'll hide it. um. Well, I gave it to you when you came into the room because Sam had told me go on your phone, and then I was able to make people moderators by going on the phone. So Lisa, you had a doctor one time when your regular doctor was on vacation. This guy told me I could not have my migraine meds because the problem was all in your head, and I just wanted to take drugs. I would have said, yeah, you know what? It is in my head. It's literally inside my head. See, tomorrow I have no problem with the really long drive and everything to see this doctor. She's an angel. She's the best neurologist I have seen out of like the 5 neurologists that I've seen in my life. Um my appointment on Monday is my appointment that I really would rather not go to be honest with everybody. It's my rheumatologist. He was once in the area like the number one rheumatologist to see. And now I think like he's so set in his ways and he doesn't take. I don't know how to describe it really. Like he doesn't tell me that things are in my head, but he constantly tells me because I am overweight, okay? And I'm overweight from medications that I was on. One was not one that he gave me, but one was. Um, but he's always like, eat less. And my husband one time said if she eats less, like she's not going to eat at all. And he just kind of like shrugged it off. I'm like, dude, like I'll eat a bag of steamed vegetables. And I'm like, now I know um like he I don't know. It's kind of an ass. I'm ready for him to retire, really, and find a new rheumatologist. But I don't want to transfer over to a pain clinic because the first thing they're going to do is yank medicines and try and get me off of the stuff that I am on. The stuff that I'm on now, it works for the sake of working. Um, um, so I don't know. Not being able to move around really crashes your metabolism. Time I ate the least. Exactly. And the thing is I know from having eating disorder when I was preteen and early teenager, um, your body goes into starvation mode. And when it's in starvation mode, what does it do? It packs on the fat and the pounds because it doesn't know when it's going to get its next meal. I know that. Being on the medicines that I take and how many times I take pills throughout the day, it's very hard to have an appetite. So if I make myself eat, I get nauseous. So I finally was able to find Ensure. The regular one, I couldn't find it cheap enough, but I found Ensure Plus dark chocolate. It's like my favorite one out of everything. Um, so like I'll drink it. So I have Ensure Plus dark chocolate right now. Um, and I hit a subscribe and save on Amazon and stuff. So I got like a huge discount and stuff. So it made it where I could afford to get it. It was like 30 to some odd dollars. For whatever reason, butter pecan and dark chocolate are like super expensive. Um, I could just go to the milk chocolate and continue to do that, like I did when I first had my teeth removed. That's what I was doing. I was having 2 Ensures a day, and then having a bowl of soup, or spaghettios, or something that obviously didn't take much work because all I had was bone that was left, in gums. It's not. I got all sewn up, all pretty and everything, um, because I had to have a surgery, and I had extra bone that I had in the bottom. That they're called tauride. Um, I had to have them leveled out and cut out of there. So I had to be opened up, and they took all my teeth, and they took all of the teeth at that time. Thank goodness. So it was all done and over with. I kind of got a sweet deal on that one. Yay. Um, I was worried about the pain that I was going to be in, and they gave me some mouthwash that had lidocaine in it. I used it one time. It made the back of my throat numb. So, I'm praying, Lulu, that nobody tries to force me to go to a pain management physician because um as soon as uh somebody tries to send me to a pain management, if I have to deal with pain management and them trying to redo and change the drugs that I'm on, forget it. I've been through that. I've taken drug tests um to prove to people that I'm not misusing any of the drugs that are prescribed to me at all. Um and we've done the psychiatrist and myself to prove to the pharmacy manager at Walmart that I didn't misuse my medication. I did a drug test and it was quantified on there so she could see every little bit of everything that I took and see that I did not misuse or have a problem with any of my medications. But then see, I had to pull and they wouldn't fill any of my scripts at Walmart anymore because the pharmacy manager decided that it was her decision that she did not like the drugs that I was being prescribed in the dosages that they were being done in or how many times a day I was being given. So she decided that she would no longer fill them. Now, this is coming, and pharmacists, they do, don't get me wrong, they do um, go through a lot of schooling. But you know what? The doctor and the patient together work together and know what's best for the patient. That's how I feel about it. I haven't been trying, I run my mouth so much. I have not been trying to um ignore anybody. Yeah, I mean, I hope, yeah, honestly, like, yeah, the fog is hell. It's horrible. Um and yeah, pain restricts, and it's like, well, you need to walk and yeah, back to the point with the rheumatologist. He always has something to say about my weight. Our what Lulu is what sugar free. The Dr. Pepper, it is not. I can't have a lot of sugar substitutes. So um I don't know, let me see. Is there more of this comment? People think, oh, you're heavy because you eat all the time or you eat crap. Not true. Yes, Tank. 110% correct. They It's like he can't get it through his head. He's like, "Well, you need to do more. You need to exercise. You need to do this. You need to do that." Yeah. Some of it's also water weight, fecal matter, body just not working right, draining toxin without movements. Yeah, Chris, that's exactly right. I mean, it's and yeah, ooh, that's never fun. Oh God, I could never ever. understand my dad in the end um, of his life. It had went to his bones, and um, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Like Amy, I can't imagine. I can't. That's crazy, you know. Thank you, Kat. It means a lot. Like prayers, like and like Granny D says, prayers and numbers, y'all. Um, I do believe in prayers. Prayers and numbers are better. I always tell my mom though, I can tell when she's praying for me really hard because I'll have a really bad pain day. But it's the truth. I swear. Like I'll tell her, like one day I'll just have text her and I'll be like, so you prayed really hard yesterday, didn't you? And she'll be like, what are you talking about? I'll be like, you prayed really hard yesterday, didn't you? And she'll be like, well, yeah, I pray hard every day. What are you talking about? And then, yeah, you had extra stuff to pray about with me, didn't you? About my pain and stuff. And she'd be like, yes. I'm like, yep, I can tell today. My body is telling me, mm-mm. I'm like, yeah, thanks. I know. I know you prayed really hard yesterday because my body is killing me today. I'm telling you. But I always accept prayers. Um, you know, I don't know. I'm not excited about Monday's trip to the doctor. Tomorrow, she's she's a doll. She's a doll, and she stabs me in my head with a little needle. 40. The last time I think it was 46 times with that little needle with the Botox all over my head and in my shoulders and neck and right along the hairline there. And I think I get one right here that's supposed to help. And then we go in the back where the tension headaches are at the base of the skull. So, I have to move. Guys, sorry. Okay, so the opioid advocates are awful people. Sorry, brainwashed by the government, cash cow, opioid lawsuit. Yeah, exactly. If anybody didn't see this, I'll put it up here to show. You don't need to apologize for your opinion ever, please. So, dark sky. You see a pain management twice a month. I can tolerate any type of meds. I know it's different for everybody. I also have different health issues. But to me, my pain management doc has been a savior. If you have the right one, a pain management doctor can literally save your life. Do you know the link between pain and depression and suicide? When you feel like this for so long, and how many people lose hope and don't have something to look forward to tomorrow? It's a pretty big number. I can't remember the study that I read, but I had read one And it wasn't done in America either. Um, we never do medical studies that mean anything to anybody except for the drug manufacturers. Um, Thank you, Dory. Oh, the Ensure drink. The Ensure drink. I forgot what the other comment was. I will say, um, Lulu's. I've found the Ensure drinks to be very yummy. I like them. I don't mind drinking them as a meal replacement or whatever. Um, it's just sad that I don't have an appetite. It's sad that I don't eat as much as I should. It's sad. It really is. But um some pain management, I'm not saying pain management people are bad. They're not. They've helped a lot of people. They've helped people that I know, like in the fibromyalgia community when I was in there more on Facebook. A lot of people had been helped by their pain management stuff. Um, and I'm just scared to go to one that's gonna want to take away my meds and uh, not listen to what I'm saying. I mean, if any doctor touched me where I have these lumps all over in my muscles and um they'd be like, "Whoa, what is this? Do you not know what it is? Please help me find out what it is. I want to know what it is because you want to know what because it really hurts." But like I get like spasms and knots and like I've had dry needling done. I've had um not dry needling, it's not considered that when they run the electrostimulus through it. um I've had all that stuff done. I mean, like the one guy over at the physical therapy office, he's like, I'm at the max amount of needles that I can put in your leg. And I'm like, I understand. That's okay. That's okay. I understand. You know? Yeah, that pharmacist, she was judgy. Um, my psychiatrist, though, he has my back always, always. And that's like, I would really like if my doctor listened to what I had to say and didn't just worry about the fact that he's running late and what meds need refilled. Um, See, you drive 2.5 hours, Regina, to see your doctor because the first doctor you saw where you're living now tried to change your meds. Took more than 10 years to get my meds. Like, so it's working for you. The ones that you have now took you 10 years to get to there. And the first thing that your new doctor wanted to do was take you off of him and cause chaos. Yeah, cat, the insurers, they are good for you. I'm Your pain doctor actually had the gall to say that I was hurting because I was fat and needed to lose weight. She's 5'3", size 5'2". Yeah, great. I would. Uh, so I have a medical card. Um, I do not have enough money to use it. When I first got it, I was able to go and get some gummies and yep, same thing with them not wanting to pay for anything. Yep. Yeah. Shit, it's an exercise to breathe because it hurts so bad. Tank, like, um, so you had to have your gallbladder out, Lulu. Yeah, I wore a long sleeve shirt in here, girl. For why, I have no understanding. But I can pull my shawl out because it is right here. So, hi, Diana Daigo. Sweet, sweet Daigo. Hi, honey. How are you? I should have just put this as the bitchin' session that Crystal's going to talk about everything that runs through her brain and not know when to be quiet. Does anyone want to come up? Because I will put the link in if anybody wants to come up and join me. If you have something that you need to get off your chest, I'll put the link in there. Um, yeah, but people like that shouldn't. Yeah, my gallbladder's gone. It's been gone since 2006. Last thing you should need is a pharmacist getting in. Yeah, the pharmacist said that she has legal right if she believes that my drugs are being prescribed too much of a dosage, too high of a dosage, that she can deny filling my script or these scripts. And that's fine. I I left Walmart and I went and I paid a dollar something per script or whatever more at Walgreens. They didn't question me. They didn't, but yeah, so I tried. Yeah, Lulu, I'm sorry. That doctor is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Today my mouth is just going. Sweetheart, it's late. Go to bed, Sam. I understand. You're 6 hours ahead of us, honey. I could not get right when I was in England, I could not get my sleep pattern to change. So I was up until like 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and then it would be time to like get up and start getting ready to go places and do stuff. Psh, I'm like, I'm sleeping. Like my husband went and got a tattoo all by himself the one day. And then I actually happened another day after that. So you're not rude, Sam. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. And you have a good night if you're still here. You might already be gone. Have you tried Good RX, Regina Reed? I know that sounds stupid, but does it help with any of the costs? I now have to pay for Adderall because Adderall was prescribed for me so I could have some energy because of the chronic fatigue syndrome that comes along with fibromyalgia. Now, the insurance, when I switched over to it or whatever, it was all hunky dory, but they wanted to know why it was being prescribed and that it had to be prescribed for the correct specifications for the medication, which treating chronic fatigue syndrome with Adderall is not um, on their regular list of what Adderall is for. So the insurance would not pay for it. So now I have to pay for Adderall. So what I changed for my drug plan in paying less, I'm actually paying out for the one script. So, you know, that's I don't understand why they wouldn't pay for tramadol. Tramadol is I'm allergic to tramadol. I used to take tramadol for migraines in my early 20s. I stopped taking it for like a year and a half. I had a doctor re prescribe it for me. I took it and I started vomiting violently, and my head felt like it was going to burst off of my body. Um, so I didn't have anaphylactic shock, but I had an allergic reaction to it, to where I don't get that at all anymore. Nowhere near that stuff. Yeah, no joke. Yeah. None of the people that had a dependency or suffered from that stuff got any money. We never do. Nobody ever gets any money. Anxiety went so high today, I almost canceled my doctor's appointments. Why, Saint? My gosh, don't do that. I mean, your anxiety last night went through the roof too. Having what you surely saw, I'm sure, was a tornado and not just winds or whatnot. But yeah. So, Amy, you understand the whole aspect of like suicide feels like it's the only way out from hurting. Yeah. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why God has me here, but I'm here for a reason. For that, I don't know. Maybe this right here is the reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to make it big talking about what nobody wants to talk about. In Tennessee, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, sweetheart. Tank, I wish it would. That's been some of the biggest stuff that has helped me. Um, talking about gummies. Um, uh, my doctor was actually talking about why I had depression and anxiety. He put it against having chronic illness and being thrown around the system so much and not getting help. Melina's design, Brita. Did you just find me, hon? Because you seem, I don't recognize the name. But I totally understand the whole chronic illness and being thrown around a system so much and not getting help. Okay, Dory, please be safe where you are. And I don't care if you um, have to go or if you've already went because the sky is black and lightning and thunder. Please be safe. That's all I care about. I don't care about um a number, you being here for for that. I want you to be safe. That's all I care about. I don't care about having a number of how many people viewed it or whatever. Um yeah. You have medical marijuana here in Arkansas. Car alone costs over $300. So right. I am in the process. I should be receiving in the mail um the paperwork to renew or receiving an email because I believe they went paperless last year. When I renewed it, my mom, being the caring mother that she is, um helped me renew it. And she has helped me be able to purchase um items that have helped me. Um so Rita, your general practitioner decides pain management where you are. Um, what's going on?
Nothing. Just gotta balance out the cuteness.
But you can't see it there.
The unicorn bear thing.
Yeah, I know you can see the unicorn bear, but you can push it out of the way and
Dave says, hey.
Dave says, "Hey, okay, love you." My husband brought Ghostface to balance out the unicorn dragon bear. Let's see. electrostimulus treatment. Josh, what did you put that in there for? Your oncologist should be the one who manages your meds, Amy. Especially in your situation. That should be the one who does it. Oh, and my husband's in here talking about my doctor. He's always running at least 30 minutes late. Yeah. Oh, Lulu, you learned something you didn't know. Thank you, Regina. Here it is legal for recreational use also. The only problem with that is if you have a card, you get like a 1 to 3% tax rate, and it is a 10% tax if you don't have the medical card. Give me 1 second.
You're way behind on the comments.
My husband decided to tell me that I'm way behind on the comments. Violina? I do have some mods in here. If we could drop Lulu's treasure trove. The cold weather, I found like when it gets really cold here in Illinois, that I can go outside and that the cold actually keeps my pain the feeling of the pain away. When it's rainy and gross like this, it messes with my head and it messes with my body. It makes my body very achy, more of an achy feeling when, and then the barometric pressure in the air, it's like I just want it to be higher or lower, just not where it's at currently because it's not helping the headache at all. So let me see. I guess my husband's right. I am like totally so behind on comments. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a horrible hostess. Rain and barometric pressure do that to me. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. I'm so far behind. Okay. Let me try and. In Sweden and Norway, the government paying their certain lists pay $250 a year. That's amazing. Illinois doesn't pay for any adult ADHD meds. So I guess people are no longer have ADHD when they turn 18. Amy. I agree. I agree with you. I didn't know that the state of Illinois decided um, that they were no longer going to pay. Oh, Ghostface isn't going to work out. If I had. Ghostface isn't going to work, I don't think, Josh. There. Okay. I'll try and keep them in my. I am going to. This is my beautiful shawl made by Tank, who is, I love to crochet. She's in here. And I won this. And I'm going to put it where the most of my pain is right now. Right on my legs. Because I'm having to hang them off the side of the bed now. So I'm like turning everything around. And I'm behind in comments again because I guess I can't talk and like do more than one thing at a time. I don't know. Try to make it. I know it's a helping crystal when we get things off our chest. I love to hear hunky dory. Oh, but you know what? Honestly, like I dropped the link. Bye, Jen. Sorry if it was because I'm like a bummer to watch or whatever. Yeah, yeah, Sweden, it's very late. Um, so thank you. Um, Unicorns are all healing mythical creatures. I wish we had one around. Right? Just like I'd even clean up its poop. I'd shovel the unicorn poo. I would do that as a job. In a brick house. I'm just glad that you're okay, Dory, and that storms aren't gonna hurt you, I guess. You have to be in a grocery unless you have the money. And this is too special, especially edibles. Yeah. Um, I found before they made it legal here in Illinois recreationally, edibles were at a very I thought they were priced very um well. Okay. Um yeah, see, Amy, that's another different thing. Because when you see a pain management specialist or um certain doctors, they have clauses and you have agreements that if you are using anything other than what they prescribe to you, that you are outside of the agreement and you've broken the agreement and they can drop you as a patient. There's very many obstacles for people with pain to jump through, to get through, and uh you know, so that's part of the problem too. Even if an illegal state can't be on cannabis and opiates too, at least through the VA. Nope, nope. The VA doesn't let any of that. Not until federally it gets passed. You know, which it really should by now. We have so many states that are medical users or what. Oh, I must have said I was horrible. My husband must have went outside and like was still watching live. You've been told the doctor online to write a marijuana script. I'm gonna check myself. It all kind of depends on how um different uh states have different laws and different um diagnoses that count on there. Um I wouldn't I wouldn't go to and or suggest that anybody go to any of the places where it's like a one-stop shop. So you go there and you pay 300 some odd dollars. You see a doctor that you've never seen before and probably will never see again until you need the paperwork filled out. Um, and then you uh, get that um, they put you through like the whole thing, and then you can walk, like before you walk out you can purchase bud. It's like a whole one and done thing. I wouldn't suggest that to anybody. um no pharmacy to fill it though. Yeah. uh Lena's design, Rita. Yeah, Josh H. That's that's my husband, in case you didn't know. Yeah, that's my husband. So yeah, this shawl is absolutely gorgeous. It's the Pure Innocent shawl um that Crystal from Bag O' Day did, and she did the pattern. And the yarn is Red Heart. I wonder, can you guys see like the actual? This is washing. The slide is washing it out, but the stitch definition here that is on here, it is beautiful. It stands up lovely. The chain, it's soft. It is Red Heart, unforgettable in stained glass. Um, and it is beautiful. She ran with it somehow. I don't know how it happened. I've held stained glass in my hand so many times and never actually bought it myself. But Tank made that for me. I won this in a giveaway, and by far I have not made the video for it yet. Um, but I came on and did a live. I did my giveaway video. It's in Dropbox now, so I'll probably, hopefully, be able to post it tonight or tomorrow morning. And if it's tomorrow morning, then I'll have to change it. Um, uh, it's good RX, 80% of my medications. Yeah, Angela, sometimes it works good, and sometimes not so much. The sick thing is that cannabis has been shown to let patients reduce their opioid use. Exactly. They do have a program here in our state that is an opioid sorry, I have to switch sides now. It is like if you give up your opioids, they help you get cannabis. Um, but I don't think that they actually help you pay for the cannabis. They make sure that you have the um, card to get the cannabis, but like they don't help you. I mean, your drugs that you have or whatever, you look at it this way, like 30 days of one of my medications may cost 89 cents to $1.50. And what am I gonna get? Edibles, flour, tincture, anything. How much am I gonna get of that for $1? Not anything to help me with, that's for sure. Um, it's the system, any way they can get it, they get it to you. I tell you. Um, I do live in a small town, Dory. Um, it's Sandwich, Illinois. Um, but I grew up in Aurora and Montgomery, Illinois. Living out here in a small town is kind of funny now. Um, also the entourage effect when taking opiates and cannabis together can be really nice. Um, uh, yeah, it can be really nice, Chris. I don't know. Dory, yes, I do live in a small town now. I'm not always lived in a small town. The doctors that I go to, they do not, they are not in smaller towns. They're in bigger towns. It's 46 degrees outside and it just started rain in Tiny Hill. Lisa, please, I know that you've been here, honey. Please just be safe. That's all I care about. I would hate for anything to happen to you. Um, you like the tincture, but it's like, yeah, no, you can't keep it up. I mean, if I was able to work, but if I was able to work, I'd be working because nobody likes to be broke, to not be able to pay their bills, and to not, to really struggle, honestly. Nobody ever wants to struggle. I mean, I don't know anybody who's willingly like, yes, me. I'll struggle for the sake of struggling. No. Got the craft, crochet, live in one town, so don't go out of town unless we go dash permanent VA. Yeah. Small towns are nice like that, except for ours is like not set up like small towns north of us and like south of us. I wish I wish our small town was more of like a small town kind of. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. That's really goofy. I don't know. Hi, Raven. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, 1 mile across. Yeah. Um, we have a main route 34 comes through here. And that's like the main road that comes through here, but we're probably 2.5, 3 miles long on that road. And then so far out. But we have a lot of corn and soy. They alternate every year. So, yeah, we do have a lot of antique shops, honey. We do. There's like 5 of them in our in our town. Those are the ones that I know of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I know of 5. You could come in here and join the live, honey. You don't have to stay in the living room. Or are you just comfortable out there? I should tell him, hey, what are you cooking me for dinner? I never got a notification. I just happened to look at you and scroll and saw you were live. Otherwise, I would have been here at the beginning. I'm sorry, Raven. Um, I didn't have it scheduled. I just kind of went ahead and did it. Um, so I'm gonna try and get something where I can do it and get stuff scheduled better. Um, I'm sorry that you didn't get notified though, because I've been rammering on about doctors and drugs and all kinds of stuff for like an hour, and I'll say 30 minutes because the first 10 minutes I couldn't even get my own picture and voice on screen. Oh, oh, thank goodness Sam was in here. And I'm like, I've already done this 2 times. You don't want to be seen. You like the anonymity, hiding behind a little teddy bear with the bandana on it. So gangster. Yeah, see, I ramble so much that like the time just flies right by. Nobody if you have work to do, never come here. Like just continuously get distracted. Um uh yeah, YouTube, but you know what? Because I'm so small too, like YouTube, but you subscribe to me, so something should have been sent. if you have the bell on, which I'm sure you do. So, okay, Josh, I'm sorry I made fun of the dunny, okay? Gosh, I just wanted tater tots. Everybody's got their coffee, like they're reloaded and ready. I'll take a drink of my Dr. Pepper. You know, I've drank enough Dr. Pepper that if it truly did like cure stuff, like I'd be golden. Like there should be nothing wrong with me ever. Why did I stop playing? Oh, well then. Just sorry. My phone. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I'm such a dork. I really am. I'm sorry, guys. All right, Lisa, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know how much longer I'll be on, but I appreciate that. Yeah, Raven, honey, I don't take it personal, sweetheart. I know that you didn't get notified. You support so much. Just know that I know that. I'm sorry. Like, it's interesting. I did cuss a couple times and I ranted quite a while about doctors and being in pain and basically what all of my lives end up being about is like when I'm just having like a crappy day and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go on and do a live and be like, okay, maybe I'll feel better. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've only done 3 other lives and none of them were planned ever. Other than that, I've done other people's panels and been on, for like Zingo and everything. Rita, you sweetheart, take care. Finish your dinner. Bye, Lulu. Yeah, I don't know how to help the invisible illness community. There's so many illnesses that are unseen. I think the true thing with that is that you treat everybody how you'd want to be treated and go back to that whole kindergarten thing, or you treat people with care and sensitivity, and that one act of you doing that would make everybody act that way, but not everybody's going to jump on board with it ever. I don't think that, okay, so Spring the fiber enthusiast is on. Okay. She normally comes on Thursdays, right? Can you I know she's not here or anything, but can you drop her link? Tank, would you be able to do that for me? That way, if anybody wants to go and watch Spring, the fiber enthusiast, um, I believe she normally has a scheduled show that she does on Thursdays. I thought, yeah, it's her normal time that she comes on. Yeah, if you drop the link or whatever, I'll let whoever wants to go over there or whatever, and then I'll wrap it up around here. That way I can. I haven't seen my husband all day or anything, only for the few seconds that he came in here when we ran errands. So I haven't got to take care of him. He's not feeling bad. Normally he's always taking care of me. So yeah. Spinning must be so therapeutic. I have no room to have any more gadgets or gizmos or anything. But when I get a house, I guess I'll probably old and gray when this happens. When I get a house, I would really love to have a spinning wheel. Um, I really could just get a weight and do it with the weight, but a lot of that takes a lot of consistency. And with some of the deficits that I have now with my hand and eye coordination, I don't know if I'd be able to do that as well as if I had a wheel. Um, it is in the comment section, and I did put it up here for Spring the Fiber enthusiast. She does her spinning and stuff. It's so awesome. Yes, it does start with an H. It's Hayes, if you're wondering. Yeah, Tank, if you want to go over whatever, I won't be offended or anything, honey. I knew that somebody had something going on today and tonight, and I just couldn't remember who it was. Because Thursdays are always kind of a weird day for me because I never know. She has an electric one too. That's your more your speed. Love a regular foot one though for off grid. Yeah, no joke. I feel like that would be so therapeutic. Like, yeah, go on, Tank. No worries, love. Thank you so much. Lisa, Lisa, you go, girl. I'm telling you, you go. I did 4 when Jen, Carrie, Mama Swift, and Mantha Makes Sam came on. I had all of them playing at the same time. I could only imagine what it sounds like with 3 things going. Thank you for keeping me playing. That's appreciated very much. You don't have to. Hugs and blessings to you, Tank. I love you. Um, but yeah, I have no problem if anybody wants to go and watch Spring because this is her normal time that she's on. Because I'll continue to talk. The only thing that sucks is um, nicotine for me does help with my pain. I know that's not for everybody, um, but it does help me a lot. The only thing that I do is when I get into doing the lives is I know you can, Lisa. I know you. I just didn't want to cause chaos in there. Ripped in the wave, man. Um, because I'll just keep talking and I'll find new topics. The only problem is like, Oceandrine is on too. Okay. Um, yeah, so the nicotine. So the only thing that sucks about when I do a live and um I go live, like, so in the apartment building where we live in, it's a non-smoking building. So I don't e-cigarette or vape or anything. So um all right, Chris, I understand that. Sandrine, yeah. Sandrine does do pop-ups. So I mean, I have no problem if anybody wants to go over and watch Sandrine too. She keeps it light. She keeps everybody laughing. So it all depends on what end of the spectrum you want to be on. At least I can laugh about it, you know? Um, so many times it's like, oh boy. But, it's another person who deals with a lot of pain and stuff too. So it, nicotine helps with pain too. No, no, the nicotine, it's a temporary thing, but it slows down the receptors of pain in the brain. It lasts for a little while. And that's why, like, for a little while, your pain will feel a little bit better. And then it'll come, for some people, it's 30 minutes or an hour. Sometimes it's 10 minutes for some people. And it'll go completely away and you'll be in pain again. And then you'll be like, okay, I'm going to go have that cigarette. Because that's the one thing that, helps. I mean, Raven, it's not just you, honey. It's scientifically proven. It does help with pain, but it's a short term thing. And it's the nicotine. Uh, it does, uh, it slows down your pain receptors. So it slows them down somehow. The nicotine, I don't know if it, not sure how exactly it works because it's not on the synapses. It's not the synapses in the brain that the nicotine works on. It works on the actual chain in the brain. Jeez. If somebody didn't know me and they just like popped into the live, I wonder what they would think. They'd be like, "Oh, maybe, I don't know. I might check this channel out," and then be like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, the lozenges administered over a long period, and you can't stand cigarette smoke. That's a great reason right there to not have to deal with that. But you've found something that works a little bit for you. um, kind of a regimen that you can have going. Okay, Dark Sky sweetheart, you have a nice evening too. Okay, feel free. Um, I don't know what I was gonna say. I love you. Take care. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I thought it would let me see. Oh no, nothing takes it completely away. And it's like, oh, bummer. Yes, stubbing your toe over and over again. That's a good one there. I'm gonna have to remember that, Raven. Okay, yeah, the IBS complications with opioids. Um, yeah. Oh, hi, Mama G. Well, thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it. I love you. What did I miss? Sunflowers? I appreciate you just dropping in. Yeah. So, like, when I was able to afford it, it was really nice to have. I was microdosing the edibles, um, and then smoking my cigarettes and the pain medication. So I was able at that time in my life when I had everything going on, I was able to pull back on depending or relying on the opioids, but without having that key natural ingredient of marijuana in some way, shape, or form, I've had to stick with the opioids and have to have the higher dose of the opioids. And I try not to. And every time, the doctor wants to like kind of harass me about the dosage and how many times a day, because I ask, can either my dosage change, go up a little bit or whatever, or the time of day. So then he'll give it to me where I can take it 4 times a day, one trip, because I go every 3 months. Okay. Every 3 months I go and I have to see him. So he'll give me, and one time he'll do it for 4 times a day. And I go the next time, my pain is the same, if not worse, depending on the season, right? And I'll go back and he will have cut and taken one of the pills away, not understanding that as a patient, I've got to the point where I rely on that pill. He didn't fucking ask me. He didn't care that I was used to the 4 pills a day. He took it down to 3 pills a day because he doesn't want to get dinged by the fucking opioid police. And um Hi, Joanne. Um, just laying stuff for now. At least I don't have to deal with their garbage. But you know what? That shouldn't that shouldn't be happening to you, hon. It just really shouldn't be happening to you. It's a sad and horrible situation. Yeah, it's getting old, but you know what? You hang in there and you don't let it get to you. Cause do you where you're at, do you live here in the States? Or do you actually um yeah, so you're in California, so you're stuck in our stupid cycle of stupidity. I would encourage you to seek out somebody else, maybe a good pain management specialist or somebody else other than whatnot, and tell them that, maybe you're ready to try medication again, because like the lozenges and everything that you're dealing with now, that has to be, like you said, it's getting old. It might be time to try and see a doctor and get somebody um, who actually pays attention, and you won't have the harassment or the stigma or anything that goes along with managing pain in any way, shape, or form. You know? So, I mean, California, I mean, you got some good weed there. Massachusetts dispensaries here. That's why I do the edible that my doctor's not. That's great, Raven. I wish that I was able to afford edibles, because if I was able to afford edibles and microdose edibles, I wouldn't have to rely on the pills. But with my money and the little bit that I get, you know, I can't. There's never any money in the funds that I have to go and get a month's worth, or however much I could possibly get, of edibles. Um, if I wanted to do some bullshit and do some illegal shit, I could most definitely get money to buy my medical marijuana. That's being completely 100% honest with every single person here. If I wanted to do some illegal shit, I could totally 100% gangster afford my my edibles and my medical marijuana. Like that would be great. Oh, Chris, I'm all right, Chris. All right. Okay, Raven. I'm sorry. Chris, I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers. Um, um I feel bad because there's nothing I can do to help you. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Exactly. That's what like I could seriously, no problem, go out there, do some serious gangster shit. I mean, gangster, I don't mean like, ooh, whatever. Like, just go do some ghetto stuff and I could get money. Let's get my subscriber count up. That's how I'll get monetized. And then I'll have money for marijuana. That'll be my new goal. Monetization for marijuana. Monetize me so I'll get high and do lives all day. Just imagine me high. Hello, everybody. Like, let me touch you. Are you there? Sorry, just joking around. Like 5 people left right away. They're like, boom, 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 boom. My viewer count went down. I am. They restrict. I believe we can have 5 plants, but so where we live in our um so I don't have anywhere I could grow it. Lisa, you're a sweetheart. You said you'd leave it running, and I don't think for me. Oh, I don't like feeling high either. That's why I normally get the medical ones like Harley Sue or Blackberry Web. Oh, that stuff is great. It gives you just enough mind, just that little bit of mind, but the body on that one is so powerful. It is amazing. Um, I just always go with the low to medium THC and as high CBD as I can get. But you need both. Um, you need both in your system to get your endocannabinoid system to work properly, anyways. So, yeah, if I could grow, I would have seriously, I would have a grow. I would get rid of now nobody fall out of their chairs. I would sell my yarn to turn the storage closet where I would sell all of my deco mesh stuff and all of my yarn that is in our storage closet, and I would buy a tent room thing for the closet tents, and I would grow. I would grow. I would grow it here in the apartment. But um the apartment here would definitely would not the yard. Thank you, honey. Um the apartment management would not be happy. Yeah, so make some edibles out of it and just try to manage the dose. So, da, da, da. Trying to think of an easy way to do that. Yeah, they'll test you. You know what? That would be amazing. And another thing, like when I've read through the law and stuff, like people like me, because we have a playground in back where our patio area is and stuff. Like I go by the dumpsters. Um, if I use my vaporizer or if I smoke anything, I go around the back of our building by our dumpsters because I don't want to be by the playground. Um, yeah, that's right, Katrina. I don't know. I know I read a study about marijuana and its use during pregnancy and how it didn't actually affect the baby having any deficits or anything, that it wasn't shown that it was bad for the baby. But I'm not saying yes, you know. Well, this baby's telling you like it doesn't like the smell or the taste of it. So you have a plant that grows it and everything. And so the cigarettes or Well, yes, cigarettes you can get after they're born, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that aren't trying to get high, that are in pain, that they really are just trying to get help with their pain in their body. And a lot of us don't like the head high. SIDS is sudden infant death syndrome. Oh, look at my honey. He already knew the answer. Well, cat is good. It's first hand to stand on the phone. 59 Jamaican children from birth to age 5 with women with marijuana during pregnancy. So did that study, Chris, the Jamaican study, did it show that there was nothing, there were no deficits um on the children from birth to age 5? Cigarettes can cause the baby to have a low birth weight or be born early. Um, Cigarettes can do a lot of nasty things, but I'm really interested. I'm pretty sure there was no issue with the study. Okay. I'm really curious because I mean, not that I'm pregnant or I'm going to have any children. Um but I was pretty sure that I had read that using marijuana through pregnancy really just gave your child an advantage by having the endocannabinoid system up and working. I may have made this up myself just because I believe that we have a system in our body that we're not using, that God put there for a reason. So I might have just made that up myself. Uh Josh, did I make that up myself or did I really read an article? Maybe my husband will know if I just made it up. I mean, I know what I believe. I believe that we have a system in our body that is just like a circulatory system or a respiratory system or our oh, way to go brain. Uh Cardiovascular system, right? So we have all these systems in our body. We have an endocannabinoid system in our body that is actively not used because the government says it's illegal or now is making it legal, but at a very high cost for most patients. Um, why do we have a system in our body that we're not even allowing it to be used? Maybe that's why the raise in certain kinds of cancers or death or whatever. I mean, like when you look back, and this is going to sound really whatever, um, when you look back to the natives of the Americas and the American Indians and whatnot, like that was part of their ceremony. They didn't partake all the time, but there were certain recipes and certain things that they could do and whatnot. So I'm thinking we have the system in our body, but yet we don't use it. And to get it up and working correctly, you need THC and CBD in your body, and you need it to become like a regular kind of thing, not just a one time here and there. You need it to be like regular. And then it builds up and it's like an immune system. It's like another immune system in our body that helps keep us and fights off the radicals and the other stuff in our body. Now, I am not a scientist. I am not saying I have all the answers to everything in the world, but I have my belief. Why would God have us still be being born with the system in our body? Maybe it should be used. Maybe then people who will religiously have a reason to say, no, 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 God wouldn't want that. Well, God made that plant. And I think God made that plant for a reason. I think it's here for a reason. I think that many cultures and stuff have used this plant in many different ways. Same thing with the kratom and other stuff that they've tried to take away to people. You know, um, it's so. I mean, I thank you, Chris, for looking and checking out the outcomes of that and stuff. I didn't mean to go on another rant, you guys. Um, but it was. I'm probably gonna get off at like 7 o'clock here, so like 6 more minutes or whatever. Um, like I don't know. I don't really know where to go. Like I've already said what I think, and then I can't think anything else. Um, because um, right now I have an endocannabinoid system that a couple years ago was getting used because I was microdosing every day. I was getting two and a half, 2 times a day, and I was having great results from it and stuff. And uh, my ancestors, their ancestors, partook in marijuana, but there's also other ways of using it to help treat pain. Um, it didn't help with the knots and the weird stuff that I have in my muscles. Um, but it did help a little bit with the swelling that I had uh, last year, and I made some up. And you can put like your shake or unusable or undesirable, I don't want to say unusable, but undesirable marijuana into, you want to get 90% rubbing alcohol. Um, the way it pulls out everything real good. And the longer you have it, the browner it will turn. But you take that rubbing alcohol and you can rub it on a bruise, swelling that you may have, muscle cramps or whatever, and it's getting directly through your skin into your system through that rubbing alcohol as a source. It's two ingredients: rubbing alcohol, marijuana. And from that's from Mexico. You know, we all know partaking in the peace pipe and whatnot with, they always show as far as American Indians. Um, but all right, Lisa. And yeah, you'd like to try the raw cannabis juice to grow severe back pain with just juice raw cannabis, which won't make you high because it's not discarbonated. And she had good results. So was she using the entire plant, the leaves, and the entire? I'm interested in that too, Chris. Well, I mean, you can't have one without the other, um, because you need to get the endocannabinoid system working and everything correctly. You need THC and um, CBD. But if it's the entire plant, God gave us that plant, and every bit of that plant can be used for something. The strongest rope that's ever been made was made from hemp. You know, didn't have to come up with all these other, different things to have whatever. But yeah, the whole plant juicing. That's a pretty expensive juice, but how much of that juice do you have to have? If it's not a lot, that's a great way to manage pain. If it's a shot of some raw cannabis juice every day, shit. If you take citrus with raw juice, it can get you high. But other parts are few and not really a straight answer. Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to get high. I'm just trying to get my pain, do something to get the pain under control. Because I don't know. I'm afraid of how my doctor's appointment's going to go on Monday. And I can't afford, I mean, I already have the card, renewal is coming up, but I don't know if I'm going to renew it because I pay all this money to have the card and then I never have the money to use the card. But it is always great to have the card in case you get the money. But it's like the scales are just all over the place. Few leaves and use Masticating juicer off the clones. Why am I lost? What's a masticating juicer off of clones? Hmm. I don't know. I'd like I'd like to have some of that juice and check it out. I don't think that it would taste very good, but I think, is it going to make me feel better? If it is, I don't care if it tastes bad. There's always Dr. Pepper to swish it down. Oh, okay. Thank you, Chris. Now I understand. Would my ninja blender work? Because it emulsifies everything. All right, Angela. No more rain or hail, just windy and colder at 43. All right, Lisa. It's really interesting, Chris. We'll have to pick up this conversation again another time. I've been on here, it says 2 hours, 35 minutes. So I am going to end and go spend some time with my hubby before it's time for me to go to bed. And I promise I will eat. Um, but I really enjoyed talking with all you guys and all of the range of topics that we had today. Um, it's nice I don't do a structured, we're going to talk about this and then this and then this. I don't know. I just kind of say whatever comes up in my head and my heart, whatever I think people need to hear, I guess. I'll have to think of that next time. Maybe I'll try and schedule something and do it like earlier Thursdays, like when I get home. Maybe. I don't know. But it's 7:05. I'm going to try and see if I'm hungry, if I can eat something. And I love you guys. I'm glad you guys came and saw me today and we hung out. I had fun even though I was bitching. All right, Raven. All right, Dory. All right. Yeah, see, I thought somebody else had something else coming on too. So, all right, Lisa, I really appreciate you being here. Dory, I loved having you. Um, yeah, so Raven, um, so your husband, he, um, do, the PCA, does that mean he gets paid to take care of you, sweetheart? If you don't mind me asking. All right, Raven. Have a blessed night. I love you. Take care of yourself. I'll have to talk to you about if your husband does take care of you or not. Okay. The 7 of you that I have left with me, who I don't know for sure. I'm going to go ahead. Yes, Zingo, Dory, for sure. Zingo will be on Sunday night. So, oh, we didn't get thumbs uppies. We didn't get a lot of thumbs uppies. We need a lot of thumbers. Okay. So, I love you all. Anybody who's in pain and having a bad day, you are not alone. Just remember, you are not alone. I don't want to sound like a PCA ad and be like, it gets better. Um, but reach out, talk to your friends, stay safe. I can't say it enough when I say that I love you guys, and all I want is the best for each and every one of you. And the community of yarn extends past that when it's a community brought together through sickness, illness, and pain. There is a stronger, thicker bond that goes with that. And thoughts, prayers, positive energy, all being sent your guys' way for everybody who is dealing with pain. It will all be done then. Thank you for joining me, Crystal, with Crystal's cool stuff. Doesn't really match up with the topic of the day, but it's all right. I'll be okay with it. And with that being said, oh, I got 29 thumbs up. I only saw 6 on my phone. That's all it said. Ha! Yes! I did good. Thank you, Chris. Okay, Raven. So, all right. I may have to get with you on that because we're trying to get Josh where um he could do that for me, but we were having a hard time getting one of the companies to call back. But I may have to um get with you through email or something and ask you some questions if you don't mind. But yes, anybody who's here and does not know, I co-host Zingo with Liz from A Little Bit of Everything um on Sundays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Uh she will put up a video Saturday talking about turning in your numbers. The numbers are 14 numbers total or 7 numbers total. We play 2 games. 7 numbers for each game. You can keep one set of numbers so you only have 7 numbers and you can use them for both games. Um and so if there's any of my people that might have saw this that are only subscribed to me and aren't subscribed to Liz also, um, you know, hit me up if you have any questions or anything about it. It's a fun time. You have to be subscribed to both myself and to Liz from A Little Bit of Everything to play the Zingo game. We turn in our numbers to her before midnight on Saturday. So then she'll have them ready for Sunday when we play at 7 p.m. Okay? All right. I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for the long run, like you guys did. So I'm going to go grab me some nicotine and hopefully I'll be able to eat after I have some nicotine. Okay? All right. Bye, everybody.